Do I still have 2 minutes left?
Plenty of time.
Okay, then I'm gonna debut a song here. Let me get something. Okay, so I have a story about this too. I don't play guitar. This is my stand-up show number 10. Night 10 was the human experience. It was fun, kind of a beatnik crowd. A lot of people like snapping instead of clapping. It was mostly poetry. And there was some music and there was like 3 or 4 comics. It was like an open forum for open mic entertainment. After having done so shitty for so many nights in a row, I was already nervous. So I was nervous and I was low energy the entire time. The reason I was watching daytime television is because the only other thing on was Star Wars Phantom Menace. You guys seen this? Once again, they didn't know what Star Wars was. Same thing happened to boomers. No one knew what the fuck Star Wars was. Anybody saw that piece of it? No, you never saw Star Wars? How the fuck do you not know what Star Wars is? Don't, it's okay, you don't need to. One thing though, I got to do something cool. I actually have written words because someone challenged me today. Someone challenged me that day to do some material about Donald Trump. I don't normally do a lot of political stuff, but they challenged me to do Trump stuff. I didn't want to go completely, you know, Patton Oswalt left-wing comic. So I wanted to see what I could do to kind of draw that line. So if I had one question for Donald Trump, it would be, is it windy or... Donald Trump is so orange, he doesn't rhyme with anything. Alright, there we go, okay. The ending of the set, though, was great. How long is this thing here? Oh, I got 18 seconds? Fucking I'm out. It was really good because I wanted to get off the fucking stage. I was not having a good time over there. So I got why I bombed at Boomers. I didn't read the room. I should have done different jokes. After 2 of the pieces of my set were already addressed in a negative way beforehand, I should have done something different. But that didn't explain why I bombed the whole rest of the week. And we're not just talking about the new set, we're talking about the old set, the tried and true stuff, the Keanu Reeves bit. Because remember, that started at Hard Hat. I came here one day and broke the shit. So I was wondering what the difference was. Like one of them but then someone at work clued me in on what it was. There is something in town called SHOT Show. It's a Vegas show for cowboys and guns. And so all the open mics were packed with cowboys. And I was noticing this, that there were like some cowboy comics that were doing really well, whereas the rest of the comedy community that I was used to was just falling flat on their face. I do have a hard time making cowboys laugh. I don't really have a stranglehold on the cowboy mindset enough to be able to relate to them.
You know, other states were carved or born, but Texas grew from hide and horn.
But I've always had a problem with cowboys and bros. Bros also. Bros are like my kryptonite. Did anybody else get here early and saw like this place just packed full of bros? They're a little racist. They're a little homophobic. They're a little shitty. They're shitty people. Alright, bros are shitty people. Comedy and bros don't mix. They're like, fuck you, you're not Jeff Dunham. And then cowboys are just bros in cosplay. I mean, I can't blame the audience on everything. It's a new set, had to work it out. But fucking bros and cowboys.
You never ask a cowboy how he makes his biscuits.
No.
My style of comedy is kind of off the wall.
The way I see it is, when I'm on stage, all I have to do is be me. And I've been me for 36 years, so that's pretty fucking easy to do.
My style of comedy? Maybe I haven't found it yet.
I think it was Jerry Seinfeld who said, actors try to be other people while comedians try to be themselves. It's like profoundly themselves.
I'm not overly political or topical. I try to talk more or less autobiographical.
I just talk about what's relevant to me. I just can say, stories, a lot of storytelling.
I know how to fall, I know how to trip. I like to get all that stuff in there.
I just try to take something and just do the classic twist on an observation.
I was a boxer and a clown. I turned it into a routine, boxing clown routine, which everybody knows.
Being a minority comic is weird. It affects your work. Like, I have dark jokes. I like dark and evil stuff. And there's jokes I will not do depending on what the news is. If there's news about beheadings, I have to take my beheading jokes out of my act. You know? And my beheading jokes are hilarious.
I hallucinate when I sleep. I see things like lights and stuff. So I'm going to put that in my comedy, and I'm going to do a mind piece if I can get it in somehow.
I also don't want to be Lenny Bruce. I think that's being done to death, and usually not by people who are as brilliant as him. I can count on less than fingers of one hand how many people were able to do that and truly do it well.
Oh, I love my puns. I wrote 7 minutes of frog puns for my birthday.
Well, Mom, she works down at the IHOP.
No.
I asked him, I'm like, so what are you guys wearing for St. Patrick's Day? Nothing. They're green year-round.
It was just a shitty day. My dad ended up flaking out on me. Nobody did anything, so I went to Wendy's and got a hamburger. I'm just like, fuck this day. I'm writing frog puns.
You know, the dad works down at the local Wells Froggo.
I like that one.
And then I went to an open mic and did 7 minutes worth of frog puns.
Has to get his work clothes tailored into jumpsuits.
So you went from being pissed at your dad to writing frog jokes? That's a leap.
The comedy comes for all the things at the red light that you don't want to tell your mom, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncle. Those are the things that you want to try to get out there. Or a story about being a clown and beating somebody up because you're a boxer and Golden Glove and the guy stole your glow lights.
Finding my voice, it's just about me being honest on stage. So insult comedy works perfectly for me because I can just look at them and honestly insult them.
I still say that was my best sets ever, and it's just nothing but groans. And at the end, I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, this has been punishing.
So I went to Legends, which is a sports bar. And I'm here at Legends Sports Bar and Grill. I went there on Wednesday night. I was coming for the open mic stand-up show, which is tomorrow night. Their comedy show was on Thursday night. I'm retarded. So, hey, I got the night off. The next night was Friday Funnies. Evidently it's something for pros and working comics to all work on their new material and for new comics to go up. That one I thought was booked room because you had to call in advance and get booked. And so I invited people out. This is awesome. I like this. I thought this was like a booked room, and so like I invited guests and all that stuff. And you can see exactly how popular I am. It's pretty cool. Taxi and Justin were there, so I was immediately put at ease. After Asmara, they were kind of fans. They liked what I do. Having people there that like what you do will immediately make you do better. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the sanitary napkins are? The what? Ladies' blood diapers. Oh, right this way. The audience affects the comic way more than the comic affects the audience. Or any performance for that matter. Like if you hear raves about a show and you go and it's not great, it might be your fault.
People always think I look Mormon. Like whenever I knock on someone's door, everyone runs and hides. I'm like, what? Gotta get right up bike and a shirt and tie?
Brandon James was there again. He hosted the show.
So I've been married for several years now, and my wife still hasn't caught on that like I don't have any man skills. Last week the car broke down and she was like, Brandon, go get your tools or whatever. Like, but I figured out a way to get out of it. I'm like, honey, that is sexist. It is 2017. You go fix the car, I'll bake some cookies. Oh shit, there's a spider in the kitchen. You need to kill it or I'm not making lunch.
He knew who I was. He said I was a funny guy and all that stuff because he'd seen me actually be funny in my funniest show.
Next coming to the stage, I believe, is Mr. Strangling Jack. Come on up, brother.
Justin laughed at my first joke and it was on. I was immediately comfortable. I do like the different themed casinos like Paris and New York, but my favorite one is the new Jersey Shore Casino. I mean, you call it the Cosmopolitan. You all know what that shit is. I did some impromptu stuff at the beginning, which ended up really setting the tone. But then, for the third time, no one knew what Star Wars was. The only reason I was watching daytime television is because the only other thing on was Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Anybody seen this? And so I kind of flipped out on it. I'm like, seriously? Are you serious? No one's seen Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Anybody in this room? Okay, thank you. All right. It's a space... This is the number 3, third time that I've gone to a place. Anybody seen Star Wars? It's fucking Star Wars! It's a space drama based on fucking Buddhism. All right, well, I'm going to tell this to Brandon because he's the only one that's going to fucking get it, but that's all right. Read a book. Okay, watch a movie. I watch daytime television because there's no chance that I'm watching Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa bring down the property value of the whole franchise. Misa get George Lucas fired. Everybody knows that Jar Jar Binks sucks. Misa Jamaican retard for you to laugh at. Misa clown for the white man. Dance, Jar Jar, dance. So everybody already dislikes Jar Jar Binks, but one thing they don't talk about is how shitty Anakin's mother is. What kind of mother lets their 10-year-old compete in a death race? I've never heard anybody talk about this, but she's a shitty mother. Shit's blowing up around him, like the sand people are taking pot shots at him. People are dying. Like, people are losing their lives and he's 10 years old. Good work, Annie. Next week we're gonna put you in the Hunger Games. Trying to kill that kid. Why did she let him do this? He's a genius. So the kid makes it through the death race. He can build robots. He's a genius, obviously. If she lets him get to maturity, he might actually build a life for her. But no, she endangers his life on a regular basis and just leaves him alone with robots. If you keep your genius kid around, maybe make some money off of him, you know, not be a slave. And then, at the end of the movie, she sends him away to live with strangers. What's worse is they're religious zealots.
Give us the boy. We'll give him robes and a shitty haircut, and then we'll pray.
I mean, when you really think about it, she's a terrible mother. And I've never heard anybody talk about that.
Every evening we get 2 very magical things. Jesus juice and fucked by a bearded zealot. That's right.
The night before I was at Evil Dead, and I kind of had a little round table, and they added in the greatest line ever.
Don't worry, we'll use the Force. We're gonna have to use a lot of Force because he's 10.
Oh! So that's not mine. But it came from a brainstorm, so it's mine. Anything that comes out of a brainstorm is yours, obviously. In case you haven't noticed, I do a lot of what my ex-wife called fucking voices. It was warranted though, because I would taunt her with it. Like I'd come up like way too close behind her. I'm gonna use you here, buddy. And I'd just be like some random character from The Simpsons.
My mommy burns symbols into my hand when I touch my special no-no face.
I used a black guy for the voices bit. Sorry.
Nice.
Oddly, you look the most like my ex-wife. And this is all on the spot too. She's black, but she didn't have an ass, so I don't think it counts. I had the didn't have an ass bit in the bag, but I didn't expect to use it. It's good to have things in the bag. It's good to have like a lot of material that you don't know where it's going to fit, because something like that can come up. Someone can say something, and if you have just a one-line joke about something that someone said, they're going to think that you're paying attention. They're going to be much more pulled into what you're saying because you're there. You're not just saying lines. You're obviously reacting to what's happening in the room. Do I still have 2 minutes left?
Plenty of it.
Okay, then I'm going to debut a song here. Let me get something. I'll probably premiere the El Paso over there. I have a story about this too. I don't play guitar. The El Paso is a song I wrote with the Johnson Brothers, and me and Juan did on a regular basis. I used to have an accompanist for all my shitty parody songs.
Strangling Jack and I wrote this song, Lola.
But he became a vice president for Wells Fargo, so he doesn't play with me anymore. I couldn't imagine why. Stupid family.
Stupid family.
Right? Right. So I actually had to learn how to play the goddamn guitar. He taught me. I know 2 songs now. I know that and Free Fallin' because I did, of course, Free Ball. This is a true story about me and my Lola. Out in the West Hollywood bar, the El Paso, I fell in love with what I thought was a girl. Her name was Lola and she's a transvestite. She has a penis and 2 hairy balls. She tuck her beef and her bag in her butthole. Wait until 9 and work sunset and vine. She would give HJs and BJs and CJs. And everyone there had a wonderful time.
It was based on one of my favorite Marty Robbins songs, El Paso. In a bar called the El Paso, he fell in love with what he thought was a girl.
I did have to update one line in the song. It used to go, "We could be married, but just in Hawaii." But now it's legal. Gay marriage is legal. So, we could be married until Trump repeals it. Actually, it'll probably be Mike Pence at least that crusade. At least until my Lola's penis is gone. Alright, there we go. Woo, still learning the good part.
The highlights of my stand-up has to be the music, probably. Music's a big part of my performing history. I've been doing music since I was in grade school on stage.
They want you to do storytelling today. I see storytelling all the time.
There's a lot of people saying that with stand-up comedy, you need to just stand there and tell jokes and be a talking head.
You have to stand there and tell jokes.
But that's not the case.
While on stage, Juan, my character, would pull any tool he had in the toolbox to get people to laugh. And well, that's talent.
Hey man, if you can do a backflip, do a backflip. Impressionist, Carrot Top's laughing all the way to the bank.
You gotta look at an actor's resume. The very bottom will say skills. What can you do? Can you sing? Can you do impersonations? Can you dance? And all that comes into play.
Everybody's just looking for that straight stand-up, you know? But they don't realize that when Robin Williams came, he wasn't straight stand-up, you know? Andy Kaufman wasn't a straight stand-up, you know? And Red Skelton, you know, he definitely wasn't a straight stand-up.
Use every single thing you have. You know, if you're an impressionist, use your impressions. If you do music, use your music. If you sing, you dance. Yeah, hell, if you're a mathematician, somehow make math funny because you're going to know the background behind that.
Stand-up, improv, film, those talents always come into play. And the ones who know their talents and use them to the best of their ability make the most money.
A lot of my performance was pretty physical.
Me personally, I love musical improv.
I always liked voices. I always be in the mirror making faces and trying to look like the people.
I'd do music, I'd sing, I'd yell, I'd scream. We had one bit where I just screamed on top of a guy wailing on a guitar, a couple of chords. It was nuts.
Probably my biggest talent is lyric creation. I can just make a song out of anything.
I don't know, for some reason it was fun to me. I don't know why for some reason it was fun to me, but now it's a skill that plays into the type of work that I want to do, so it's very helpful to have it.
Anything that you can do, anything that's silly to lighten up a captive audience is super.
I also know how to dance. Actually, I got second place in that improv comedy by dancing. Actually doing belly dance. Because I'm a big black dude. And I understand that watching big black dudes belly dance is hilarious. Especially when nobody sees it coming.
We did this ridiculous dance and saying, "Oh baby, you've got what I need," and then at the end of that, I was just swimming across the stage, dragging my back across a wooden stage, getting splinters. It was just crazy, like some of the stuff we did to make people laugh. But like me personally, I think I hurt myself.
That was me using my talent to win over the audience.
Night 12 was a human experience again. As far as I could tell, I was the only comic that night, so it was a little weird.
Before we end our show, we've got one last act.
But I was also the last person that night, so it was kind of an opportunity to say I'm gonna end you on a fun note.
Let's give a big warm welcome to Strangling Jack.
And I had to redeem myself, because the last time I did not do well. I said, I'm going in there to fucking redeem myself. And I did. If I say anything else, the IQs are going to start dropping. My main goal was to get a clean version of Scooby-Doo meets Tommy Chong.
This week on Scooby-Doo, the gang meets Tommy Chong.
Every time that I'd done it before, it kinda got fucked up.
This week on Scooby-Doo, the gang meets Cheech and Chong.
Either I'd call it Scooby-Doo meets Cheech and Chong, or I'd stutter something.
The gang meets Tommy Chong.
I did philosophizing, which they liked.
Philosophizing with Keanu Reeves.
And then I nailed Scooby-Doo meets Tommy Chong. Finally.
Like man in my high school.
Wow, man, that's the most acid I ever saw a dog take, man. Wow.
Hey, get him, Scoob.
Fuck off.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Man, fuck that. How about a doobie snack? I just rolled a Maui Wowie Scooby Dooby, man. Okay. Doobie Dooby Doo!
After the show, a guy named Andrew came up to me who goes by the name Toxic Flow because he does comedy hip-hop. But he was enthralled with my Christopher Walken impression.
See, man, I told you, that's not a ghost. He just looks dead. That's Christopher Walken, man. That's right, boys. I'd have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you peddling kids.
He loved it, and he wanted to do something with me, and he thought about doing the cowbell bit next week at Rhonda Carr's event center. We'll see if I did or not. Stay tuned.
Where the hell am I going to find a cowbell now? I don't got anything in here.
It's funny you should mention that. I happen to have a cowbell right here.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
I did. Come on, of course. Are you kidding me here? Come on. Christopher Walken over here, Bruce Dickinson. I put my pants on. One leg at a time, like you. Only difference is, when my pants are on, I make gold records.
There's a beacon sunset outside my window. He's been there for days.
I'm sick right now. Fuck you.
That goes in the blue.
It's a horrible feeling because you've put your mind and your heart and soul up to, at least up to a point, except me, I have no soul, but for most people who have a soul.
Oh, but you don't have anything that can capture VCR tapes, do you? VHS?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I don't own the time machine. What the hell are you talking about?